Our today's topic is Sindbad the Sailor. Today I'm going to tell you 4 famous adventure stories of Sindbad the Sailor. So let's begin. Our first story is Sindbad and the Elephant. Sindbad the Sailor was once captured by a pirate who sold him as a slave. An ivory merchant brought him and said, "I will teach you how to capture elephants for ivory." For a month, he made Sindbad shoot elephants. When they died, the merchant would take their ivory tusks and sell them. One day, something strange happened. An elephant caught Sindbad and started walking towards a nearby hill. Sindbad thought, "They are going to take revenge of the elephants I have killed." However, to his surprise, the elephants did not do harm to him. They took him to an elephant graveyard, where he saw piles of ivory laying around. The elephant then let him go. When Sindbad showed the ivory merchant the place, he said, "With so much ivory, I will never need to kill another elephant as long as I am alive." He freed Sindbad and gave him lots of money as a reward. Our second story is Sindbad and the Birds. Sindbad and his crew were sailing through the ocean when they came to an island. The sky was stormy, so they decided to camp on that island for a few days. While searching for fresh water, some sailors found a huge white egg. Sindbad said, "Don't touch that egg. It belongs to a bird as big as the mountain. I have seen one before." But the other sailors ignored him and cooked the egg and ate it. They had just finished eating when 2 huge birds appeared in the sky. The sailors were so much scared that they ran to the ship and set the sail at once. But Sindbad stayed on an island because it was not safe. Sail in a storm? The angry birds picked up the huge boulder in their claws and dropped them on the ship. The ship was wrecked, and only a few sailors managed to swim back safely to the island, and the others were drawn down in the sea. Our third story is Sindbad and that island of treasure. Once, Sindbad was sailing in the Indian Ocean when a terrible storm wrecked his ship. He was tossed onto a deserted island, but his entire crew was drowned. Sindbad was very sad, but decided to explore the island. "Perhaps someone here can help me," he thought to himself. He spent the whole day walking around the island. There was no people in the island, but Sindbad found a cave full of treasure. There were huge diamonds, rubies, and piles of jewelries. Sindbad decided to build a raft. After many days of hard work, he managed to build a strong raft and secured a few jewels on it. Then he cast it off onto the sea. He floated for 3 whole days until a passing merchant ship rescued him. When Sindbad reached Baghdad, he sold the jewel and became rich. But he could never find the island of treasure again in his whole life. Last but not least, our fourth story is Sindbad's escape. After traveling around the world for many years, Sindbad married a beautiful woman and settled down in her own hometown. Sadly, she felt ill after a year and died. One of his friends told him, "My friend, escape while you can. In this land, husbands are buried along with their dead wives." Sindbad immediately started planning that how to escape and hid some jewels in his pocket. The next morning, the townspeople took Sindbad and his dead wife to a cave in a nearby mountain. The cave was sealed with a huge boulder. Sindbad immediately tried to find some other way out of the cave. He could clearly hear the sound of running water. He followed the water and he finally emerged near a sea, far away from his wife's town. He sold the jewel he had hidden in his pocket. He brought a new ship. He said, "It is safer to face the sea than the strange custom of these people." The moral we get from Sindbad's stories are: never stop traveling, never stop exploring the world, observing the world. It can help you to increase your knowledge and use it when needed. And there shall be never an end to our adventure.